G'day guys, this is Rob from Troutlore.com.au, Australia's fly tying specialist store. Today we're tying a very easy, simple soft hackle fly. It's not quite a partridge in orange, it's not quite a spider, it's a partridge in copper. A very lightweight fly, very quick and easy to tie, and I thought I really should share this with you as it's one that I'm fishing at the moment. In the midst of summer when the streams are very, very low, this works as a great little nymph to trail behind the dry. In those little mountain streams where you're dealing with fairly shallow water, it'll often pick up a fish where the dry gets overlooked. So let's get started. We are coming in with a Firehole 609 hook, tying these in a size 14. You can tie them in a 12, 14, 16, 18, they'll work in all those sizes. Then we're going to use some UTC 70 Denier thread in black. Just start a little behind the hook eye and run that thread down the shank, stopping before we get to the bend, trimming that off. Next we're going to use some uni soft wire copper in the small size. You take a length of that, and this is the most critical part, is tying this in. We want that to sit perfectly on the top of the hook shank and not twist around at all. So we're going to just do loose wraps as we bring our thread up, with it stopping about a hook eye and a half behind the hook eye, maybe 2 hook eyes worth. And once that's secured on the top, then we can put heavier wraps in and work our way back down to that tie-in point with quite a tight thread wrap there, and then even wraps back up to the front. We need to create a nice even base here, because if that's a mess, the thread wraps won't look right. Now, we just simply start wrapping the wire forward and as close to touching wraps as your eyesight will allow. I'm always amazed when I watch back these videos and see how far apart some of these wraps are that I've done. And my eyesight up close, they look pretty good. I think you'll find the fish's eyesight is no better, so they're not going to score you down if the wraps aren't entirely touching. Now we want to leave that space behind the hook eye there, a little over a hook eye and a half. Bring your thread behind the wire once, in front of the wire, and then around the wire, and once again in front of it. That'll lock that thread off, and you can then spin it round until it pops off. That way you're not ruining your scissors as you cut the thread off. Now the final part of it is our partridge. We're using Veniard grey neck feathers here. You can use the grey neck, you can use the brown back, depends on which colour you want. They both work well. And I'm just going to take one like so. I'm going to pinch the tips and then pull those fibres back. And once we've got that little tip section, we'll trim that off very short just to create a little stub that's going to tie in. Now, give our thread an anti-clockwise spin. And then you'll notice as we lift it up, it jumps backwards with the twist in it. So as we place our partridge down there, the thread jumps back over the stem and we're able to lock it down tight and bring the thread forward. Now you can use hackle pliers for this, or you can just risk it like I do. Usually I end up slipping, dropping the hackle and having to start over, and then I wish I'd used hackle pliers, but I never learn. As we wrap it around, we just want to preen those fibres back, fold them like so, so that they're going back over the wire and not sitting forward. There we go, we've slipped once and caught it. And one more wrap around, and then we'll take our thread, capture that stem once in front and once again behind the stem. Take our 1/2 inch tool, keeping tension on that, and twist the tool as you slide it up so the tension doesn't drop off. That's going to lock that in place. Now we can come in nice and close, trim off that stub, and then pulling all those fibres back. And bind that down and create a nice head at the front. I think that's always important with these classic wet flies, that you have a nice solid head built up in front of it. It's just part of the overall look, and they never look right unless you do that properly. So then, without bumping the camera, we'll get in there and do a couple of 3 or 4 turn whip finishes to lock that off. That's further built up some bulk on that head. Trim that thread out, and then with a little head cement on the very tip of our bodkin, run that in to help build up that head, give it a nice glossy finish. That's just about done. You can brush those fibres out with your brush. There's always one that wants to kick forward. I'm going to trim him off because I don't want him in there. It's not really going to make much of a difference. And there you have it. A little partridge and copper. Simple soft hackle. It doesn't go deep. It doesn't need to. You're going to fish it in the little summer streams, or you can fish it on the slower pools. It's a fantastic little fly. It catches fish. So if you've liked the video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Down there you'll see a materials list as usual. You can link through to troutlore.com.au where you can find the materials to tie this fly. As always, thanks for watching and happy tying.